Okay, so
Big news! Canva just acquired Cavalry!
if you're new here, Cavalry is a motion design software, and Canva is, well, Canva. It's Canva. They bought Affinity last year, and so they're a big creative player within the space right now. And full transparency, I do work for Canva, but I am my own person with my own independent thoughts and feelings. Hence why I thought it was important to make a video today, see what the rest of the community's opinion is, if there's any concerns or thoughts. I want to start with the fun stuff, the hype reel that they have uploaded onto Instagram. Do stick around for the rest of the video because there's a fun challenge and I'll probably make a lot of mistakes. Are we ready? Let's go. So good. I've already watched that video a few times, but every time I watch it, it gives me goosebumps. It's just so amazing to see creators that use Cavalry and they're insane pieces of work all collated together. It's like, yes, this is an announcement to say that, hey, Canva has bought Cavalry, but also acknowledgement of the community and how talented the artists are out there. This work wouldn't exist without you guys, you know? I think it's really important to understand where they stand on Cavalry moving forward. I don't know, are they going to change the app? Is it going to be completely different? Like, what will Cavalry be in the future? So this is on their official newsroom, so this will have the most up-to-date information. It's their statement for Cavalry moving forward. Today we announced that Cavalry is joining the Canva team as part of our continued investment in professional creative tools. It's an exciting moment, and not just for Canva and Cavalry, but the entire motion design community. Last year they announced an all-new Affinity. Motion doesn't exist in isolation. Designers move fluidly between visible, static, and blah, 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 blah. Yes. Together with Affinity, Cavalry strengthens a professional stack that now spans static design, vector work, layout, and motion. I think this is a really important note. Deep craft and scalable delivery no longer need to live in separate systems. They can exist with one connected workflow. Will Affinity and Cavalry become one? I don't know. It seems like that's what they're saying. We've invested in Cavalry because of its depth as a professional-grade motion tool. The goal isn't to simplify what makes it powerful, but to support and strengthen it. Professional motion design demands precision, flexibility, and tools that can scale across complex projects. Everything that is free in Cavalry today will remain free. I think that's a huge point. I've seen a lot of discourse online already about, like, is the model going to change? We see that with other software, i.e. Adobe. They're always hiking up the prices, and I don't think they really care about their users. So of course people are going to be skeptical, and I get that. If you take into consideration how Canva acquired Affinity, and I think how successful and how groundbreaking that was with the pricing model of it being literally free forever, I don't think we need to be too concerned about pricing models of Cavalry then. And they've stated it there. This is free, Cavalry is free, and it will remain free. So the Cavalry team is joining Canva and will continue shaping the product's direction and keeping founders' vision, but now with bigger investment and scale. This is huge. It's led by the team who built it. The tool isn't going anywhere, the team is staying. Development continues. There is more investment. We've already seen how fast the developers move. I struggled to post videos about motion paths because they kept changing it and making it even better within a few days, hours, you know, like I'm not even going to be able to make videos. I won't be able to keep up. Really lovely guy. Shout out to you, Chris. Together, we have an incredible opportunity to redefine motion design, bringing smarter workflows that make animation more powerful and far more accessible to a new generation of creatives. And you can feel the passion radiating from that beautiful Canva core gradient. I think there are so many positive things to take away from this statement. For the motion community, I think Canva is clearly saying we take motion design seriously. Motion designers, I understand, maybe might not take Canva seriously, and that's fair. Canva's not necessarily made for you. It's made for more of a general audience that don't do motion design or design as their everyday job. Whatever tool you use is like up to you. It's the skills that you have behind you. Canva sees the worth in these professional tools. Cavalry isn't about to get dumbed down and become canvaanimations.com. They're keeping it as a pro tool, just the way that they did with Affinity. I get confused by the branding lingo, to be honest, but it's joining that ecosystem of professional tools. We'll probably see more cohesion between Affinity and Cavalry, and I'm excited to see how they build that. Maybe they might need to use Quiver. We'll just have to wait and see. I'd be lying if I said that I had zero concerns. These opinions are my own. They're not Canva's. They're not anyone else's. They're my own. My biggest hope is that if AI, if AI gets involved, which, let's be honest, it probably will. It's everywhere right now. It's in your dishwasher, it's in your fridge, it's probably in your cereal. Everything that I open up is somehow AI powered. Sometimes that's helpful, sometimes it's not. I just hope and pray that the team uses it as a tool to help creatives, not to take away the fun parts of the job, not to take away their creativity, but to do the mundane. That's what I've always thought AI should be, if it is a thing. I'm not saying that it should be a thing, but it shouldn't be used to replace us. It should be used to help us, not to generate slop, but to handle the boring stuff so that we can focus on the creativity, the things that make us passionate, the reason that we do our jobs, the reason that we get on these tools. And honestly, that's what I hope to push for as well, because I love this community. I love to see what everyone is creating. I also think that this lights a fire under Adobe's bottom. Is a good thing. Competition is what drives innovation, and that's what the industry needs. After Effects has been an option for so long, and I think honestly too long. They've gotten lazy. Features that we have been begging for 10 plus years have only just started to roll out. I think that's because they are starting to see a lot more competitors on the market. I'm not saying that Cavalry can do everything that After Effects can, but now that it has more power, it's just going to empower all of these businesses to work harder for our money, for our time, so that our tools that we are using will be even better and we can create even more beautifully. That's it. I've talked a lot about the ecosystem, the family, Canva, Affinity, Cavalry. What does it all mean? You're saying that they're a family. So let's see if they can work as a family with some quick designs. Let's go. So today I'm going to create a card that I can send to Cavalry to congratulate them on this epic achievement. I'm going to start in Canva. I thought there used to be like a background. Oh well. I don't know. We're just gonna add a rectangle. And Cavalry is green. What is the Cavalry color? CSS Peeper is quite good if you ever want to try and get some colors quickly from a website, or maybe some assets. Like a black. Black is a bit edgy. I want to use the Affinity Serif. It is a beautiful welcome to the family. I want to change. Yes. How beautiful is that? Canvas does actually take SVGs. And I think, yeah, cool. I can change the colors. A little pillbox. A little bit of corner rounding. I want to add some elements. Really use the power of Canva. I like this 3D thing. This is kind of cool. rotate it around. Pretty fun. That's kind of cute. It's a lot of colors though. Balloon heart. Because it's a celebration. Mom. Welcome to the family, Mom. Nah, Canva's mom. Cavalry isn't mum yet. Cavalry's the new kid on the block. This one. Yeah, I actually don't mind the textures of that. I don't like the color. Like red and green is a bit Christmassy because it's Canva and Canva loves confetti. We don't need negative space. We need confetti. Confetti. We need confetti. So the way that I think is best right now to get things into Affinity from Canva is to go, so I can go download, and if I go PDF, I'm going to download it. So what I did was I just dragged it into Affinity and I imported it, and yes, everything is editable, which is awesome. It looks like exactly the way that I had it in Canva. Oh my god. How do you just do like an X value? Maybe, okay, here. If I go here, and I'm going to change that to a green, because that feels a bit more cavalry. I still don't like this red. Come here to adjustments. And there's an option for recolor, which, so I think if I place it inside, purple and green is kind of cool. I'm going to use the pen tool, some random shapes. Okay, this doesn't look good, but it will sing when it's in motion. So now what I'm going to do is file, export. I've got a bunch of presets on the side here. SVG is my ideal. I've actually already made one for Quiver settings. Quiver isn't working amazingly yet for Affinity, but it does an okay job. There's a bit of back-end work that needs to be done to make it really sing the way that Figma does, but right now it'll get the bass in, and that's all I need. Before I do anything, when you're using Quiver, it's really important that you always set the project. If you don't, it won't work properly. So to do this, we can click here and go to create, click choose, done. And then if I click here, you can see that Cavalry sets up all of this for me. Okay, so now I'm going to go import. Okay, it's not too bad. It's missed a few things, but I think I can recover those. And like I said, Quiver isn't working perfectly with Affinity yet. It'll get there. Alright, so that's pretty much cleaned up. It's looking right how I want it to. I need to be super fast with this. This gradient, I think I want to put a little bit of movement on it. So what I'm going to do is go to the offset. I'm going to put a frame on the Y, which essentially just continues to make it move. But what's going to happen is that it's just going to completely disappear. So if I go into the gradient and change it to mirror, yeah, sure, why not? For the heart, I think it would be really cute if it had a squash and stretch on it, because it's like a balloon. I kind of want it to move like a balloon. So if I come in here, right click, behavior, I'm going to add an oscillator. Hey, that's like, it's a bit creepy, but that's not bad. It wouldn't be cavalry if I didn't animate the text. So I'm going to use Quiver again, and I'm going to use the text alignment tool to keep it center. I'm going to use a string manipulator and resize the string. So essentially what that is doing is revealing it. And you know what? I want another cavalry style effect. Shuffle the string. Techie. Acquisition. We're going to do something truly hateful. And we're going to use auto animate. But I'm just going to leave it like this. Nasty. What about some bounce? This is in a custom shape. Apply a submesh. Put a stagger on the time offset. I'm not really explaining anything that I'm doing here because I want this to be fast, so I do apologize, but I really shouldn't be animating someone else's logo like this, but it feels like a bit of a sinful thing to do. I'm here to make a card. I'm about business. Whoa. That feels pretty cavalry. I want to use Forge Dynamics. Always save before you use Forge Dynamics because you might lose everything. Oh! I mean, this whole thing is disgusting. Something a bit odd about it, but I like it. Kind of looks like money. Maybe that's not the right. Cavalry is free. It's staying free forever. Drama. And to add drama, we need a camera. I think they'll love this more than the acquisition. There's one last little surprise, but I'm going to do that off camera and I will show you the results at the end. My artwork is complete. This card is all done. Here it is. Look! Do you see that? It's Canva! Canva Snatching Cavalry! As you can see, I didn't use background remover for this. Congrats, I made this for you. Send. Look at that, the ecosystem is real. It works thanks to Quiver. This is the workflow that exists today, but imagine, how it's going to be in a couple of months, a year. It's going to be insane. Brands like Adobe should be shaking in their boots. I'm really excited to see where this goes and trust that I will be recording videos, tutorials, more content about this as time progresses. If you want to learn Cavalry, stick around. I've got more content coming. Please subscribe. And if you do want to try Quiver, the link is in the description. It's free, as well as a bunch of other tools that we've created at the Canva Motion Powerhouse. But yeah, that's about it for this one. But until I see you in the next one, bye.